Popcorn World. Popcorn World. Yeah. Can I make you move now? Yes, I can. So you can get this movement up back again. You can make it round the world, man, that holds in your hand. Popcorn World. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. I said popcorn make you smile. Ah. Popcorn World. Popcorn World. Popcorn World. Popcorn World. The Popcorn World.
Now it's time for Believe in the ACC with our starting lineup. From Florida State, number 17, Charlie Ward. From Morehead State University, number 50, Lloyd Stan. And from Murray State University, number 2, Kendrick Haskett. Getting ready for the best sports show about the ACC in all the land. Believe in the ACC starts now.
Okay, here we go. Hey, what up, y'all? What's going on?
That pesky mute button got you again.
I know, and I thought I unmuted. I'm sitting there like, I'm muted. Why are we muting? I don't understand. What's going on, everybody? It's good to see you this morning. If you cannot tell, we have a different kind of energy and a different kind of excitement this morning because our college years is about to erupt right before your very eyes. So, in a moment we hope to have In a moment we hope to have a legend, just an absolute legend. There's no other way to say it. He's a legend. He's a walking legend with us. He's joining us to talk some basketball, Nolans hoops, along with other things. We're gonna talk about just hopefully a bunch of great things on this show today. But the great Master P is gonna be joining us here in just a little bit. I cannot wait. I had to fight Mama Noise off from being on today's show. She's that big of a Master P fan. She's like, "What about me? What about me?" I said, "You don't know anything."
It's an honor to have him on the show. Shout out to my guy Chris 2X who set everything up. He came to me. Pete, he does a lot in the Louisville community. I don't know how many people know that, but he had family move up here after Katrina, and so he's got a lot of Louisville connections. Of course, his son Hersey played for U of L for a couple seasons, and so he's around Louisville all the time. And the crazy thing is, my history with P, and we'll talk about it when he gets there. My history with P goes back to college. More than he knows. So,
okay. Wait to hear that. I can't wait to hear that.
It's gonna be fun to have him on the show. And saying he's really people who don't know, he's also the vice president for New Orleans University of New Orleans basketball. They actually play against his son.
I know that's in 2 days.
Yeah, at Houston.
Yeah,
so
it's gonna be crazy. I can't wait to ask about that too.
Looking forward to that. So yeah, he's real. Of course, he's like any proud papa. He's proud of his sons. He's proud of everything he's doing. So honored to have him on here today.
And should be. yes, to those who might be wondering, you don't have to worry about whether or not we're going to discuss some of the stuff that's going on, the crazy breaking news that broke yesterday while we were really filming on the 5 yesterday. We were on live and the thing broke and we were like, what is going on? So, yes, we will talk about some of it. We will not go too deep in yet because details are really still emerging. And I don't know how much, well, we can talk about whatever we want to talk about on this show, let's be honest. But I don't, but I don't know. I'm still sorting out what is factual and what is sensational, if you can say it that way. So we don't want to give you bad information and tell you, oh, this is true, this is we don't know. We're trying to figure it all out. So we're going to give you what we have. I'll just say this, just to lay the blueprint or lay the groundwork of it. Depending on what is true and what is not true, all of it is bad.
Right.
It is really shockingly bad. So I'm like Michigan didn't see. I'm sure they didn't see any of this coming. Although I'm hearing this morning on Get Up, there were some rumors about some of this, and they investigated it, but they I guess came up with nothing or whatever. So I don't know. Again, we'll get into all of that. So just hang tight with us. We got some of that. We got our thoughts on the Notre Dame stuff. We got some basketball stuff. We got some stuff. Just sit tight.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, we got plenty of basketball stuff.
We got plenty of basketball stuff. So just sit tight with us today. We got a great show. Shout out to my brother Kendrick for motivating me this week. I was on the injured reserve. Was not sure I was even gonna make it today. I was like, oh, this is bad. But you had to get up and start, and then you get the electrolytes going, and finally, literally, I'm not even joking about the electrolytes. That's real talk. So we're here. So while we're waiting, Kendrick, your thoughts. Let's jump into a little bit of this, of some stuff here. Your thoughts on the Notre Dame stuff. The Notre Dame stuff is so crazy to me because I don't understand what the AD of Notre Dame, Bevacqua, I think is his name.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like something with the aqua. So Bevacqua, I think it is.
Yeah,
I don't understand. Right. I don't understand where he's coming from. I'll be honest with you. I don't get it at all. Because Notre Dame has chosen historically to be independent of all other conferences and schools in the land. We want to do our own thing, right? And, to their credit, that's financially and sometimes even in a sports manner worked out quite well, right? Especially financially because they've kept all the money they've ever earned on a football field. Right? Then at some point, I don't remember the year, but they decided, well, you know what? Why don't we do it like this? We could do it like this. We'll join the ACC in every sport except football. So that's cool. If y'all want, ACC was cool with it, y'all were cool with it.
Right.
So then in 2020, when it was only the conferences were going to play, y'all felt the way. We're like, well, we want to play too. We want to play with everybody. So the ACC graciously said, all right, fam, y'all been a good partner in everything except football. So we'll let y'all come over here and play with us for a season. Worked out well for them. Won the conference, went to the playoffs, I believe, that year. So it's worked out well in that 1 year. But then when it came back time to come back, hey, that was a good year, wasn't it? Let's run it back. Y'all was like, we good over here. We don't need to do that. So then they went back and did their own thing again. But then they said, well, we'll do y'all a solid. We'll play y'all 5 games a season. Crazy stuff. So we're going to get into all of that when we get back. But we're going to jump right into the thing right now. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to sit. Now, Pete, you got to let me do this, bro, because I've been rehearsing. And I know you've been introduced by everybody. I'm going to see where mine measures up, okay? Is that cool?
All right. Yeah.
All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, today is Legend Talk on BLEAV in the ACC, and we welcome one of the greatest multi-hyphenated black men to walk the face of the earth. The pioneer of hip-hop, blueprint for hip-hop record labels all across the country and all over the world. Former NBA star, actor, business savant, father, husband, grandfather. I was guessing on the grandfather thing. I didn't know.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Lover of both New Orleans and Louisville, Kentucky. He is the only man in history to make a whole stadium jump up and say, and the na-na-na at the same time. He's the owner of the tape.
On beat.
Colonel, the originator of the No Limit Soldiers, ladies and gentlemen, Master P. Was that all right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Listen, I'm trying to be on your list, bro. I'm trying to be on your list, P. How you doing, son? It's an honor you're on the show today.
You on here, Pete.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you guys, and it's just a blessing, man, to be able to be where I'm at right now in life, and I'm thankful and grateful that God has given me these opportunities, and I'm gonna keep giving Him the glory. And I tell people all the time, when anything you do in life, you got to have a why. My why was to get my grandmother out the project. So
yeah.
And
Well, ironically, I heard you talking about that when you were talking. I think you were hanging out with Lethal Shooting. By the way, I don't know if you saw the video, Kendrick. P still got
him
it.
shooting Jays.
Let's not even act like PA still got it.
I sent it to you.
Oh, I can say I saw somebody. Was that you that sent it to me? Okay, I'll do it. I was like, he still got it. I said he can get a 10-day right now. Somebody can give him a 10-day right now. So, listen, I had to hold to the guys, man. Shout out to University of New Orleans where you at right now. That's such good wisdom, man, because I don't think our kids truly understand that very significant component of how, because that really is low key the way you get there. Like you gotta have a reason, something makes you get up in the morning and push past all of it, right?
Yeah, you gotta have that why. And I told my son that, right? My son played for the University of Houston, and we played them this Saturday, which I got the toughest schedule in college basketball. And hopefully I'll play Louisville next year. I've been talking to the AD about coming down there playing Louisville next year. But for me, I've always taught my son hard work. So, when people see him and see how tough he is, even though he have all these different things and he have a better life than I had, but I still gave him that grit and grind to get out there and say, you know what? I got to make it for myself. I got to make a name for myself. Nobody going to hand me nothing. Nobody going to give me nothing. I want him to be able to go on. So it's going to be a historical week this Saturday to be able to play against them. They're one of the top teams in the country right now.
They are.
And he going hard right now. He like, Pops, I'm trying to get to the league right now. So
is a little bit of trash talk in the house right now. Like, is he like, Dad, I'm gonna have to bust y'all up a little bit. Like,
he did that this summer, but right now it's more just family talk. Since I'm the president of basketball operation and assistant coach at the University of New Orleans, we just talk family talk and just motivate each other to keep going and keep chasing our dreams. Because we're going after two different things. He's going after the NBA, and I'm going after the being able to help coach future kids to beyond basketball, because y'all only last a certain period of time.
Right.
Being a pro athlete. So my thing is, how can I prepare these kids for life? And I think that's why a lot of the parents are sending their kids to me, and a lot of these kids want to play for me and my organization, even though we don't have all the bells and whistles like a lot of these other programs have. I mean, these major programs have 20, 30, 40 million dollar budgets, NIL budgets. I mean, what I've done with this program with 250K, man, is, we beat TCU, we beat Tulane. We bringing out the slingshot like David and Goliath, man. We've been on the road, man. We've been on the road for a month and something, just making money for the school. And so we don't have a football team. Everything is done around our basketball program. And, my coach changed and saved my life, and I want to do the same thing for these kids. So that's the journey we're on right now.
You talk about how difficult it is, but because we're in Louisville, they got football back, they got all that. When the basketball program is the moneymaker, how much different, how much more difficult is it when you don't have football to lean on?
Yeah, man, it's difficult because we don't have a football program here, and we're a Division I basketball program, But what we do this year, because our student enrollment was down because the program hasn't been strong in a long time. And so what we've been doing right here now, man, is just changing it. And so I tell a lot of my friends, I tell a lot of the corporate people, go to Big Blue UNO.com and make a donation. Help this program because we need it. We don't have the NIL budgets that a lot of these programs. I had to put millions of dollars of my own money into this program just to help it. And so to be able to get some of the players that we have, the tough players, the players that want to work hard and be a part of something. I just, and I wanted to show people, like, I'm not asking people to donate to us something that I'm already to. I want them to know, look, I'm invested in this program. I'm investing my time. I'm investing my money. I'm investing my resources into this. So we are building this, man. And I just feel like in the next couple of years, we're gonna be special. So it's tough, man, especially when you don't have a football team, because the football teams,
right,
that's what makes all the money for the schools. They support the schools.
Give us that website again, because we want to make sure we get that out for you as well.
All right, it's bigblueuno.com.
UNO.com. Cool. We got that. All right. Yeah, so if somebody sees this, you never know, might feel generous.
Yeah.
They can go on here and well, I gotta get you the right color. You're not orange, Jesus. Okay. But yeah, somebody feels generous, you never know.
I talked to the AD at Louisville. I say, man, because a lot of teams are scared to play these big programs. And I'm like, you know what? We all for it, because for me, right, our basketball team don't matter in November and December. It's February and March for us. And, and if we could have a bunch of these tough games, I feel like by February and March, we're going to be where we need to be at as a program.
What drew you to this university?
So what drew me to this university growing up as a kid, this was probably one of the top basketball programs in the world. Like Tim Floyd was the coach, and me and Tim Floyd has a great relationship. And we talked about this maybe 2 years. He said, what else you want to do, Pete? And I was like, man, I really want to coach kids, either the NBA or college. And so we ain't talk about it for 2 years. Then all of a sudden he come back and hit me up, said, man, I got something for you. I'm like, he was like, come on back home to University of New Orleans, man. You can run this program and help us rebuild it. And I've been all in ever since, man. I got a great group of guys. We got a brotherhood. It's a family. And this right now, man, what people don't realize, right, I'm not selling these kids or their parents no dreams, because this is a business. Most of these colleges talk about building character, but this is a business. And now it's a 1-year commitment. Because think about it, right? Kids come to me and I keep it real and I say, you know what? I'm going to make sure you get the money that you need, but I'm also letting you know this is a 1-year commitment, because now, you could come to my program, get seen, get put on the map, and then you could go somewhere else. I'm being honest with these kids. Like, or you could come here and stay here and go through the 4-year process and get your degree, but I'm letting them know the business side of this, the truth of this. Every year, these colleges are recruiting. And so you got to know that. It's not like when we was in school, when we know I could be up for 4 years. If I transfer, I got to sit out. No, you could transfer and go play somewhere else. You could build your value up. And so at the University of New Orleans, like, I got like 3 kids right now that I know that every school, major Division I school, is going to be looking for these kids soon after our season is over with. So we're going to have to be recruiting and finding more kids to fill those slots at the same time. But I also have to prepare these kids in this year of time about education, about going to class, being on time, all these different things as you move on, whether somebody go to the pros or go to another school, or whether they stay here and want to get their degree from here. I have to prepare them for all those different situations. But I also got to be real with these parents now and say, this is a 1-year commitment.
100%. That's definitely the landscape that we're in now.
Yeah. And
how
so
different is that mentality when you know that. Go ahead, B.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, how different is that mentality when you know that if you have a good player like that, who's probably gonna go off to another major college. How different is that mentality when you kind of because you know the game, and so like kind of feel like you might be a little bit not so much of an agent, but you helping them get along. How different is that mentality is rather than trying to keep somebody there? You know what I mean?
Well, my thing is, right, I appreciate the kids that come through my program, but I was one of the poorest kids that went through a college program. So you got to imagine, this is life changing for those families in these kids, right? So a lot of these kids are the breadwinners in their families in college. Like we was getting $400 a month in college. So think about this, right? Now we have to prepare these kids mentally, emotionally, physically to be able to move on and be realistic with these kids. I want these kids to be successful. I want to have testimonies come through my program where I can say, this kid come through here, he's successful. You could be the next one to come through here and we can help you get to where you're trying to go at. Instead of selling a parent a dream, knowing that look how these coaches are moving on. And these coaches looking for better jobs every year. And so it's no loyalty in this no more the way it used to be. Think about it. You got to be realistic. Like, are you going to be the best business college where a kid can come through and understand, especially a kid trying to get to the league? And so these coaches no longer could sell you a dream to where, hey, come stay at my institution. This is what we're going to do for you. And then if they leave the next year, how do that look for on the program? And so that's what I'm saying, being truth and honest with these parents, saying, you know what, for this year, I'm going to be the best that I could be for your kid, and I'm going to help him get to where he need to get at, and we're going to keep a relationship, and we're going to build this relationship. We're going to keep this family going, because if I can help you get to where you want to go at, then everybody's going to be happy.
The thing that I've always loved about you, P, is this. You have proved all the doubters wrong your entire career. Like, that's kind of like the foundation of the career. Oh, y'all don't think I can sell? Oh, okay. Matter of fact, my favorite story is your story about your original single going to the record label. I love that. Have you heard that story, Kendrick?
Yeah, go ahead, but for the people who don't know.
Yeah, please just give. I know we talking basketball, but I think that ties into this because you are the king of the prove the doubters wrong to me. So can you tell that story a little bit there?
Yeah, I mean, when people don't believe in you, you have to believe in yourself. And as I was coming up, going to these radio stations and being independent, a lot of people try to dictate your future, saying, well, I don't like the song that you have. I kept bringing the song back to the guy at the radio station. He didn't believe it. And I'm like, man, he tell me come back the next week, bring him something else. I come back with the same song. He's like, nah, man, bring me something else. I'm going to play it. And I said, you know what? The last time I came, I said, man, just play it for the people and see what they think. Once he put the record on, people start calling in. They love the record. But imagine if I would have gave up, if I would have quit. Because it's all about consistency. And people don't realize McDonald's, all these big companies, they selling consistency. But us as a culture, we don't look at it and say, we have to be consistent at what we do and what we believe in. I mean, just like right now with my team, nobody believed in us. Nobody didn't think that we could beat a team like TCU. Like, think about it.
Right.
Coming from, early in the season, too.
Yeah. And so every game to me is like David and Goliath, but it's like if I could get my players to buy in and believe that we put our uniforms on the same way they put their uniforms on, what do you really want out of this? That's why I say the why have to be so important. So, and people tell me, say, P, how come you can shoot the basketball so good? I say, you know what? I grew up in a project shooting with no lights. So all the lights were shot out in the project. So I had to learn how to shoot just right in the project with no lights. And I said, well, I had to listen and hit a ball go through the net. So imagine when the lights come on, I tell people I can't jump and dunk how I used to, but I'm always going to be able to shoot. His muscle memory is like riding a bike. So I played with Steph Curry, Dad. We played with the Charlotte Hornets together. So I watched Steph Curry as a little kid. And to see where he at now, man, it's incredible. But when you put the work in, and that's what I tell my son, it don't matter where you come from. You can outwork anybody if you have that drive and that passion. And if this is what you want out of life, let's think about it. For me and my kids, nobody gonna give us nothing. I tell them we always gonna be the underdogs. And so, my son, they went all the way to the national championship last year. They came in the final two last year. They lost to Florida.
Wow.
And so,
that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
And so that was his freshman year. And so now it's sophomore year, and they got a hell of a team, man. But what I love about my son, his mindset, and that's what I tell people, your mind gonna get you a long way, because you never know what's gonna happen on the journey. Because most people want to see the end, and I'm always like, no, I don't want to see the end. I just want to put the work in and let God do what he do. And so I feel if we have that type of mentality, that type of mindset, then you're gonna get to your dreams and your goals, because you're not expecting nothing. Because even when I got into the NBA, right, a lot of people said, can he play? So we ain't had social media back then.
Right.
So if you realize back then, nobody's gonna let you. So think about it. Nobody's gonna let you come and take that position back then. You had to be real, but people don't realize I didn't just pop up in the NBA. I played for the University of Houston. I went through the CBA. So I played with Earl Barkins and all those guys. So it wasn't like, oh, P just popped up here. No, I actually, played with Tony Harris, played with all these guys, man, and put the work in and got the 10-day call-ups. So it's a lot of teams that I got 10 days on that people don't know. When I played with Charlotte, I played with B.J. Armstrong, Anthony Mason, all those guys. And then when I went to the Raptors, I played with Vince Carter, Tracy McGrady. And so what people don't realize, right, in the league, that's just like a coach get fired, right? That don't mean he can't coach. So if a coach get fired, you're going to say, oh, well, he can't coach. No, he just got fired. If a player get cut, that don't mean they can't play, especially if they was in the league. That just mean that they went a different direction now. And so what people don't realize, right, my last season that I was in the NBA, I had a chance to go play for Popovich, but I didn't. He was like, man, give me like a couple months and then I'm going to bring you in. And I just, man, after a while, I just went back to doing other stuff because I had put so much time in the basketball. But I go back, and that's the one thing I regret. Like, man, what if I just would have waited a couple more months and went played for Popovich at the Spurs?
You got a ring.
You would have got a ring, Pete.
But that's why, too, like I tell kids, you got to be patient, right? You got to be patient and just wait it out. So, and for me, by me having all these different businesses and having a successful music career, but the basketball came before the music. And so, a lot of people say, oh, man, you can't play. Man, let me tell you something in basketball. If you could dribble, get to the basket off the bounce, and score, like, think about it. Almost every game I played in, I scored. Like, that's what I do. I'm going to get a bucket. And so you could play defense. I was a tough defender, even as a kid. That's why they used to pick me up in AAU. They'll come. I was the last person they pick up in the hood because I could play tough defense. And so I remember when I used to play Sam Cassell would tell the man, take me out. They about to put P in because he knew I was going to foul him. I'm like, I'm about to get something on the books.
Hey, you got 6 fouls. You may as well use them.
Got to use them. Got to use
it. I'm not going into a game and nothing. They're going to be like, oh, he ain't did nothing. I remember John Lucas was like, because I always score in every game. He like, man, we're gonna put 3 people on P and make sure we play the Milwaukee Bucks, make sure he don't score. I'm like, shit, I'm gonna get to the basket. I knew they was trying to double and triple team me, right? I'd go straight to the basket and run into somebody. Now I'm going to the free throw line. I'm looking at him like, man, I'm gonna score. That's just what I do. And so, awesome. Man, to be able to shoot the 3 ball, I just was ahead of my time, man. And I tell people all the time, my music, the opportunities that basketball was supposed to take me on. And so once the music came out, man, the music dude told me, right?
I mean,
a lot.
So think about it, I don't know if I was the first in the league with gold teeth and tattoos. I know.
Larry Johnson
on my team, I hadn't seen nobody. When I played with Vince Carter, nobody had tattoos.
I was in Toronto.
Yeah, in Toronto. Nope. And definitely not gold teeth. So I was
no, definitely not.
They was like, because so when I first got to the league, David Stern, because that's when Dennis Rodman was just wilding out. And David Stern was like, it's cool for Master P to be in the league, but Dennis, you got to chill out with some of this stuff.
Right.
Nobody on your team was going on tour at the same time either.
Nah. But you know what? Thing about this, y'all, I want to tell y'all how respectful I was for the NBA. And Krista Chan, she's still with the NBA. She'll tell you this, right? Like, I never had an entourage. I was low key.
That's
go
good.
go back and look at it, right?
Yeah.
It was just me. I held my own. I didn't want to bring a whole big scene out there, right? In the NBA respect, I went all around the world with the NBA by myself. Like, I didn't bring an entourage out there, man.
Just one of the guys.
Just me. And think about it, it wasn't Master P on the back of my jersey. It was Miller.
Right.
So I didn't go. Nobody gave me nothing. Everything I had to work for. I stayed in the gym. I lived in the gym. Put up my shots. If you could shoot the ball and put the ball in the hole, and if you're the last cut on any NBA team, you know all the plays, they're gonna bring you back.
Yeah.
So think about it. Like to get to where I was at, man, it was incredible because you're not going to make it. If you can't play basketball, I know a lot of people say, oh, well, could he play? No. If you can't play, you're not going to be the last cut on no NBA team. Let's be honest. You're going to get cut the first day. Soon as you walk in there, cut him. He gone. He can't play. He's not in shape. So I was in shape. I was able to do what I need to do. I knew the plays. I played defense. And so that's what people got to stop saying. We got to stop hating on each other and just be real. Like, man, if you own that team and you the last cut, you're going to come back. Let's be honest.
Man, look, I tell people all the time, the 12th man on the bench in the NBA is better than anybody you know.
Yeah. He'll give you 40. He'll give you 40 easy. Easy. Listen, for me, watching you go through that process was one of the most amazing things because it was like, first of all, to that point, we had never seen anything like that. Like, and even when you announced it, everybody's like, for real? Like, he's gonna try. And then when you pulled it off, everybody's like, God, no, what is it he can't do? Like, the man can do anything. Like, just, you know, and like, I look about the blueprint. I talked about the blueprint of hip hop and what you were for that. I still remember, like, you were the original trunk out the car guy. Like, you were it. I didn't hear about that until you started doing it.
That's those bad boys.
Right. Yeah.
So I want to tell y'all, right, so I lived in Richmond, California, and, you know, that's where I got the independent game from. And you know, watching a lot of guys push their music independently. And I was able to do the same thing. And come down south and watch the Avon lady sell her products out the trunk of her car. And I just adapted. So thinking about, people don't realize that a lot of things that you do has been done before, but it probably been in other arenas. And so with me, I'm like, man, this Avon lady doing this. I'm gonna do this and sell my CDs and just go on the road and go to all these different places. And I think that, you know, the same thing with basketball. You know, I played with some incredible players, man, like, to get to where I was at in basketball, and a lot of people don't understand that. But I played with the Nick Van Exels. I trained with those guys. Like, man, these guys was at the top level of their game. And to be able to 100%. Work with John Lucas in Houston in the summer. So John Lucas gonna make you throw up. Like, you ain't about to come out there with John Luke. John Luke gonna put you through and say, let's see what you really is and what you're about. So I had to put the time in, man. So I think a lot of people want to cheat the game. And I tell people, in anything you do, you can't cheat the game if you're gonna be successful. It's like the game of life. If you don't put the work in, you're not gonna win at nothing. And so I learned basketball really took me on that journey to show me that you can't cheat this game. It's a physical sport. So if you want to be successful, you have to put the work in.
P, you need to put that on a T-shirt. Don't cheat the game. Real talk. Yeah.
And that's what a lot of people try to do right now, y'all. With the social media, you only see highlights of these people. You don't see the real grit and grind. You don't see what they doing after. Like, for us, man, coming up, you actually had to put the work because nobody was watching you. Nobody cares. It's only going to show. Think about it. When you see me and you see me playing in these NBA games, you know how hard it is to get a bucket in the NBA game. Let's be real. With the lights on, they got some people can play basketball in the gym in a park. But we talking about with the lights on, with thousands of people, with the cameras in your face. This ain't
Come on, preacher.
You know what I'm saying? Like this,
and you got a target on your back because of who you are on top of it.
I had a bunch of Duke players that went out for the team at the same time that got cut early. In the season. You know, got cut early in the season, man. And it was like, you know, like every time about me, right? my music always came, because I think I was ahead of my time. My music got me out a lot of places, because it's like, man, you can play basketball. I love your game. You tough. But in Charlotte, the GM was like, man, this is a Bible-built city. And I'm like, oh, man, the man had the ice cream man sitting on his desk. I said, I'm out of here. I know I'm out of here, dog. Like, dude only knew me as Percy Miller. He was like, Master P? I'm like, man, where you get this from, man? Let me go pack my bags up. I'm out of here. I told Steph Curry, Dad, man, look, man, Dad, I'm out of here, bro. I'm going to holler at you.
I'm going to holler at you at some point. We'll connect. We'll connect.
No, but Pete, because, you know, you talk about how much you love the city of Louisville. Even back then, because you shout out Louisville on Ice Cream Man. You were too short of like one of the first couple of major artists to really shout out Louisville on wax.
Yeah.
What was it about Louisville back then, and why you have so much love for the city of Louisville now?
Well, so back then, I mean, Louisville just loved my music. And so
we did.
We did. And so, shout out to Louisville Gardens.
And then after Hurricane Katrina, when Louisville took my people in and they didn't even know, like, this is my family, man. Then I fell in love with Louisville. Like, man, they just opened their doors up for my family, you know, during Hurricane Katrina. Yeah. And man, I was like, you know, I really started investing into the kids, got in with Christopher 2X. We created all these different programs. And man, that's been my second home ever since. So it's about helping the next generation and to be able to have these programs and being there for these kids, knowing that these kids is just like me. A lot of these inner city kids, you know, if we give them the right opportunities, they're going to be the next future stars, the next doctors and leaders of our community. But if we show them no love, then they're going to turn out just like a lot of other people turned out, because they have no foundation. And so after Hurricane Katrina, man, I just kept coming back, kept investing in the community. And, you know, I let God do the rest, man. And we've been in some of the toughest neighborhoods in Louisville, just changing lives and saving lives for young kids. And, you know, we buried so many young kids, you know, and that was the most saddest part for me, that losing these kids to senseless violence in these communities. You know, these kids that had nothing to do with some of the things that was going on in the streets. And just, you know, watching these kids lose their lives, we like, nah, man, we got to do something about this. So we have to figure out some kind of prevention and how to talk to these parents and how to show these parents that, you know, life is so precious, especially give your kids an opportunity to survive. So those are the programs that we was able to create in Louisville, and we've been doing it ever since.
Normally we would have the great Charlie Ward with us to join us. To the show. Did you ever get a chance to kick it with Charlie Ward or play against him or anything like that?
Man, that boy was tough, man.
Yeah, man.
So that's what I'm saying, to have that type of grit and grind that he had, man. Like, you know, you special when you have that, to where you get up every day and it's a fight, it's a struggle. Like I'm saying, you know your why. I feel like Charlie knew his why. And I think that's the difference, man. Like, a lot of people don't know their why. And I mean, basketball is a physical sport, man. Football, and so what I like what Charlie Ward did, you know, he played football, but same thing with me. I think that's why I was so tough on the basketball court, because I got hit so much on the football field. And so when I got hit, so they said back then they don't do it no more. They put us in the bull ring, right? So I'm this little skinny kid. They put me in the bull ring, right? So I'm like, man, the coach is like, we're going to see if he's going to quit. We're going to see how tough he is, right?
Right.
Man, I got hit so many times, dog. And you know, but I had to show these coaches in the hood that that wasn't nothing. Right. Even though when I got home, bro, I had to soak in the tub. I was like, damn, I ain't never been hit.
Got that Epsom salt.
So, but I'm gonna tell you what that did for me, right? That made me want to go hit. So now my next thing, by me playing free safety, I figured it out. I was always trying to get that color on my helmet. I was always trying to knock something off.
There you go.
And then basketball was easy for me.
Yeah.
And you also figure if you play free safety, you figure out it's easier to deliver the hit than to get hit.
That's what I'm saying.
Right. Much better scenario. Much better scenario. P, I gotta ask you this, man, because I feel like we don't celebrate you enough. But just here recently, we got a chance to celebrate you at the Versus. How was that for you, man?
Yeah, it was good, man, to be able to be. And I tell people all the time, right? We don't know how much time we have on this planet because it's a short time. And man, we lost young BLEAV after Versus. So man, my prayers go out to his family, man. But definitely a legend. And I tell people we're gonna do this one more time for the streets. Like we, after basketball, I'm setting up a tour and getting out there touching the fans because I got so many fans all over the world that just want to see us. They want to see us. So I say this gonna be one more time for the streets tour, and it's just gonna be my last tour because I'm really want to focus on helping these kids and coaching and being a part of the next generation, helping us grow. I think that's the thing, because when we see a lot of people that come from where we come from, we only dwell on the negativity. We don't believe that we can change and grow and be better. And so I want to show the world, look at me, look how I changed my life. None of us are perfect. And I was telling Snoop this the other day too, the same thing, like, man, stay focused, stay on the grind. The devil is gonna send everything at you when they knowing that God got a different mission for you, got bigger blessings for you. And that's what we own. We own a bigger mission now because we didn't survive all the negativity. And so, but the devil is going to constantly still be trying to stop you no matter, think about it. All the positive stuff I do, it gets no views. It never go viral, right? We've been feeding these kids and taking care of these kids for 25 years for Christmas. All these different communities, whether it's Louisville, Texas, New Orleans, California. But if the one thing, anything negative happened, it'll be all over the news everywhere. But guess what? Like you said, we don't do it for the trophies. We don't do it for the flowers. We do it because it's the right thing to do. And I tell people all the time, like, I don't measure a person by how much money they have. I measure them by what they give. And that's how I look at it in life. Like, and we are blessed to be able to be givers and be able to give and to be able to go out there and see our fans, because I couldn't sell 100 million records without my fans, and I wouldn't be able to do the things that I'm able to do without those fans. So, I always just want to tell my fans I love them, and I have the best fans in the world. And I just can't wait to see them one more time for the streets. And I tell anybody else that's watching this, any young person, don't be afraid to get older. It's a blessing. That means you're doing the right thing.
It's the
and
goal.
So we have to stop. We have to stop dying young, man. I think that we think that that's cool, that we want to be the toughest and the hardest. I never wanted to be the toughest and the hardest person. I just always stood up when I need to and do the right thing.
That's why I show my grade, because he won't show his grade. I show mine.
I keep looking I can't let people know that I am actually 50 years old. But here's why I want to give you your flowers and thank you, because you probably don't even realize when you all were hot, and then because I graduated college in '98, went to Murray State University, little school in Murray, Kentucky. New Orleans should play there, by the way. But anyway, we had a video show on the air in Murray called The Urban, and the main record label that would make sure we had videos, had merch, so we got videos before BET and MTV was y'all. Y'all looked out for us. This small little video show in Murray, Kentucky, man. I always wanted to tell you, man, we appreciate that.
Yeah, like I said, man, I'm thankful for the people that believe in me and my career. And this is what, helped build the wealth for my family. And it's all start with wisdom, and it all start with God. And like I said, none of us are perfect, but as long as you could keep growing and get better and making the right decisions in church, like, you're going to be okay. And I think that for me, when I get up in the morning, I thank God, saying it's a blessing to be a blessing to others. So, man, we're going to stay on this journey, and we just going to keep educating our culture and our people and just keep growing.
Going back to your basketball playing days.
Yeah.
The funniest thing you heard somebody say to you when you was out there on the floor.
So think about it. He don't talk that much trash, but it's just what he do, right? So people don't know this. I played against Kenny Payne, AAU. So
Okay.
so Kenny Payne. So people don't know, I was gonna come to Louisville with Denny Crum. Denny Crum was recruiting me, and I was trying to get And so what was crazy, right? I didn't know Kenny Payne was going there, but I played Kenny Payne. He was in Mississippi for AAU, so he was a Mississippi guy, and by me being a Louisiana guy, and I mean, he was like the best player in the country, especially in the South. So when we played them, my coach told me, like, stop y'all from going to the Nationals. So you're gonna have to do something.
Yeah.
First couple
Kenny was long and everything.
Man, he was big. He was like, only thing I could do was hurt this guy. I went straight to foul him.
You got 5 pounds. You gotta use them.
You gotta use it. That's what they're there for.
Bro, it was so funny, right? So I remember that, right? And I'm saying, damn, I'm the dude that fouled this dude. Then he ended up being the head coach at Louisville, and he was recruiting my son. So I'm like, should I remind him? I think he probably forgot.
After you remind him after you sign. Let the ink dry first. You don't remind him after the fact. Oh man, listen.
It was crazy, right? He didn't forget, dog. So
he reminded you. That's great.
But we've been.
I know who you are. Well, you probably don't forget the guy that fouled you hard 5 times. You probably don't forget that guy.
And then go quadruple platinum later.
That was the only way we could beat them, dog. It was so good.
Did y'all win?
I love it.
Yeah, we won. It was like,
there you go. So it worked.
Shit, we put him out the game. That was it.
You can't fault your coach for a winning strategy. You can't fault him for that. He had a winning strategy. I ain't mad at it.
Sometimes you just gotta be physical.
You gotta be physical. I love it. I want to ask you something selfishly. This is selfishly for me, from a business perspective, because we over here we doing following some of your blueprint, trying to do movies and TV and podcasts and all that stuff. What's the number one thing that you would give us as young entrepreneurs, 50s, but still young entrepreneurs, on a similar path?
So my thing is, right, like I told y'all earlier, right, what's the difference with McDonald's? McDonald's is they're not selling burgers, they're not selling French fries, they're selling consistency. And so whatever you do, imagine we talked about me going to the radio station, right? I think a lot of people don't understand that part, how to be consistent. Like everything that you do, you got to do the same thing, even if you don't see the results right now, right? Every day you got to do something towards that dream and that goal, those seeds that you are planting. I think a lot of people give up because they don't see it growing. It's almost like, you got to plant the water and keep going every day, even though you don't see the tree coming. You're like, damn, man, is this really happening? What why this not happening for me like it's happening for somebody else? It really is happening if you believe. But I think a lot of us give up too quick. We don't see it happening. Or you look across the street and you see what somebody else think is happening for them. But also you got to thank God for the timing it don't happen, because we on His timing. But you got to put the work in. I think a lot of us don't want to put the work in because we just want it to happen overnight. If you're not in a rush, you're going to get to where you're going, especially if you believe in what you're doing. I tell you all the time, I want to be successful as bad as I want to breathe. And if you have that type of mindset, you're going to be successful. Like nothing is going to stop you. Nobody stopped me from going to that radio station every time, bringing the same thing. And so I made the non-believers believe, and I think that's what you have to do. Make the non-believers believe. And you know that if you're doing something different and unique and it never been done in your town, you got to just keep going. And then once you get there, then everybody going to be, I knew you could do it. Think about it.
Right.
Yeah.
We knew it was going to happen. They just not willing to say, man, how many years it going to take? Because once people know that's going to, they fall off. And I think the right people will fall off that you need to fall off. Because a lot of those people are stopping you from, I call them dream killers. Like they stopping you from getting to where you're trying to go at, because even that negative energy around you got to get it from around you.
P, I'm taking all that. I'm taking all that. I'm cutting that clip. That's me for every day. Listen, I want to tell you, man, how much I appreciate you. I had to actually literally tie my wife down this morning because she was going to take over the show. And I'm like, you know nothing about sports. She said, yeah, but I love Master P. I was like, it's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. So, but she is a massive fan, so she sends her love and shout out to you. But I just want to thank you so much, bro. So much for coming on, man. This is a joy and a privilege. While we've been talking, all these memories of music and ride down the street, listening to all the songs, I probably, when Make 'Em Say dropped, I probably played that song every day for probably about 3 weeks. Like and then especially the basketball element of the song. When you drop the video, I was like, oh, listen. Now we at the park with the radios. And it's just a perfect anthem for that.
That No Limit Soldier.
I thought I was a No Limit Soldier for a little while. I was like,
man, that was a song for spring break when I was in college.
Come on
but
now.
You see that you guys, like the new fans are catching on now, just like after the verses, now people is running in place. They like, this what he be doing on stage.
How much did that make you laugh? How much? I know you, because you have a sense of humor about yourself. How much did you make you laugh?
Nah, it definitely made me laugh, and then seeing the champ doing it, the boxing, watching her do it is like, it was crazy. But the good thing about it, I say, you know what? This ain't gonna do nothing but get me an AT&T commercial, because
that's all it is.
Y'all got to look on y'all watch and see it's time to do the Master P,
right?
The marching place dance. So it's like, because all that stuff is all about health. And I tell people all the time, wealth is one thing, but you can't even enjoy the wealth if you don't have the health. And so I know a lot of people saying like, man, all these years, Master P still, he in shape. He been doing this for a long time. Even the whole concert, we see P doing this. And so dope, what it did is just open up a lot of doors for commercials, and I can't wait. Hopefully they give me the Super Bowl commercial this year, and then
I love it.
But also it just ignited the next generation of fans, to where a lot of these younger kids going back listening to my music, and it's a blessing, man. That's why I was saying you just got to show up. And I think a lot of people, they worry about the wrong thing, but showing up in anything you do, you don't know where it's gonna take your life to the next level. And I tell people all the time, just show up. So I'm not looking for nothing. I showed up, did what I had to do. People know I stand on integrity, and I'm constantly growing as a father, as a man, and just getting better. And so I think that's what this about, is being able to show up and being able to know that you got to constantly keep growing. And like I said, we don't pray for money, we pray for wisdom, because if you got the wisdom, the money gonna come. And so I think a lot of other people do it the opposite. They say, oh, I'm gonna do this for the money. No, I'm not doing nothing for money. If I do my job, the money is gonna come.
One of my favorite things to come out of that verses was to see Mia X get the flowers that she she's always been one of my favorite MCs, not just female MCs, just favorite MCs.
Just MCs,
And to see her getting her flowers after
and she deserved it, man. Think about it. She's been doing that a long time around guys, man, holding her own. And so I'm proud of her, and I'm just happy for the world being able to recognize her. And see that, man, because with a family, man, and that's what a family is about. Like, you go through stuff, you get through it, you get better. But I got love, because I want to see the people that came up with me be successful, and that's what it's about. Everybody get their time, and having the fans to be able to now see them on a national level, to see how talented she really is, and a lot of the other artists around us that been around us a long time, how talented, they really are.
Yeah, folk need to mention Mia when they mention Lil Kim, when they mention Nicki Minaj, when they mention all those names. She need to be in those conversations. I know you got a day because you still are the president of basketball operations at the University.
So I got practice today.
right. So I want to give this link as well. If you out there and you watching this and you feel compelled to help this program to grow and to build and to keep doing what they're doing, because they gonna be successful. It's Master P. They gonna win. That's how it works. Everything the man touch, he wins. That's how it works. So, but you can help him on that journey, help some young men on that journey to be as successful and accomplishing their goal and accomplishing their mission over at University of New Orleans. We appreciate you so much. This was real quick. It's a life dream.
Yeah. And real quick, before we get you out, because you coming to town next week. Are you able to talk about what you coming to town to do with Andy Bashir and all that?
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna come on the show, but I'm also gonna be able to do some things in the city with the kids and with our program with Christopher 2X. So it's a blessing. It's gonna be a win-win for everybody, and I get a chance to see all my fans and see the kids that we've been helping for so many years. So I can't wait to get back.
Well, listen, anytime you need us, you got us. We listen, we all in, brother. We all in.
I get to sit there and you won't have to argue with me, because when you remember that kickball game and you threw the ball and you missed that girl and you trying to tell me that you hit her and you didn't, and now I'm sitting there arguing with you on the field.
I heard about
that. Look, it get competitive out there. I was trying to tell him, I'm like, man, you tripping. You can't see.
You hit it.
You missed. I can see you missed that girl's foot.
See, he ain't think I was that good in kickball.
It's kitty paint all over again. It's kitty paint all over again.
You
with
my
this guy.
kitty paint.
Hey man, we appreciate you, P. Hey man,
will see you on Monday morning.
Yeah.
And hopefully next year, man, we get that game against Louisville. So
absolutely. We'll be praying for that.
Crazy. Yep.
Yeah, that'd be great. That would be great. Thank you, sir. We appreciate you, man.
Sir. Thank you so much, man.
All right. P, ladies and gentlemen, Master P. That's awesome, man.
Appreciate it.
I tell you what, man. Don't get no better than that. That's come on now.
You know what? Go ahead and hit me with the humble flex.
You know what? I'm not gonna hit you with the humble flex. I mean, it is a humble flex. Now, let's be clear. Everybody, the rules are still in place. But I'm so hyped off for the interview, I ain't even gonna do it. This time. Now, next time we on the show, I'm probably gonna do it just because, that's just how I work. But but listen, we've had a great time talking Master P. And that's the good part of everything. I want to jump back into some of the other stuff that we were going to talk about this morning. We were talking about the Notre Dame thing right before P got on, and how crazy that whole thing has turned out to be. And I got to be honest with you, Kendrick, I do not understand the AD at Notre Dame at all. I don't understand where he's coming from. I don't understand his thought process, because you saying we wrong for fighting for ACC's wrong for fighting for Miami, but you literally sit there fighting for Notre Dame. What are you talking about?
I can understand him fighting for Notre Dame. I get it, but to come after the ACC for supporting the team that's full blood, full all 10 toes CC. I mean, why would they not? And it wasn't like they lack a better term dissed Notre Dame. They just saying our team deserves to be in there. Notre Dame is just like right now they just look like the spoiled rich kid who didn't get their way. Now they're just making a whole bunch of noise. But Notre Dame is, let's be honest, Notre Dame ain't won a national championship since Tim Brown was there.
Right.
So
facts.
And so the amount of everything that they get. Now, granted, I ain't mad at them. If you can get it, get it. But all the deals and everything that they have going I don't understand it. Why are we bending over backwards from Notre Dame? Even because next year, the clause kicks in where as long as they finish in the top 12, they're good. They're in the playoffs.
Right.
Why is Notre Dame getting this deal?
I hate all that.
I mean, yeah, okay, they are a TV draw, but Miami's a TV draw.
But are they though? We say that, but are they? Because I was listening to some other pundits talk about
a network is paying them a bunch of money.
You do. But I wonder though. I would love to see the actual numbers of those Peacock games, especially the Peacock games. Like, are people really watching? Because a lot of people don't even know where Peacock is, how to find Peacock. So
it's still early in the game for that.
But that's where a lot of the that's where a lot
it's
of
heading. But I don't think you can really judge it for another couple of years because
I agree.
A lot of people still don't know how to even get Peacock.
Right. So, but one thing I do agree with AD about, there has been damage done for sure, and he's gonna have to walk this back at some point. Shout out to the Big 12
one doing the damage.
Right, he's the one doing the damage. The Big 12 commissioner said it best. He said, "Hey man, you out of pocket,
right?
For real." And I'm hearing a lot of talk about ADs at different universities saying, "Oh, this is how y'all feel? Okay, well, how about we won't schedule y'all?"
Right.
Because if you're an independent, you got to find your own games.
Right. And they could easily schedule you out of not making the top 12.
Because if you ain't got nobody to play, how you get to the top 12?
Right. You're going to get to the top 12 playing, San Jose States and,
At all.
No disrespect to San Jose State, but you know what I mean.
It's a little disrespectful, but not inaccurate though. Not inaccurate though. And one thing also that's interesting about the Notre Dame situation right now, I saw an interesting thing happen, and I'm selfishly saying what I'm about to say. I'll fully admit that right now. But I saw Vegas had Marcus Freeman as the next head coach of the Giants at negative 200 odds. I was like, what?
And you got.
By the way, I didn't know how to feel, actually, Kendrick. Because how many times have we seen this movie where the college coach comes to the pros and it don't work out? You know what I mean?
True that.
So I don't know how to feel.
It's trying to think, because the NBA it usually doesn't work, but in the NFL, what's the record on that? It seems like it's okay. It's
better. It's definitely better than the NBA. Because in the NBA, it seems like the only one that's even come close to real success would be Brad Stevens, maybe?
Brad Stevens. I guess you could say Billy Donovan because he's still there.
I mean, he's still there. I don't know about the kind of success he's had, but he's definitely still in the league. But it doesn't work out a lot. Like Tim Floyd didn't work out.
Patino
didn't work out. Calipari didn't work out. It doesn't work out for some of the best coaches in basketball, college coaches in basketball. It doesn't work out because it's not the same game. Now, in football, I mean, Pete Carroll did his thing. Jimmy Johnson did his thing. Harbaugh has done his thing. It has worked out better in the NFL, but Marcus Freeman is so new to this. That's the only thing that makes me nervous. He's so new to this. And so he's done a phenomenal job at Notre Dame with what he's been given.
You say his new to this is different from the average new to this because he's new to this at Notre Dame, where it's basically the expectations are just as much as they are in the NFL. So I think
that's true. That's true. That's good too.
The hell, the expectations at Notre Dame are out of whack anyway.
Every year.
So it's more expected. He can handle the Cowboys job at this point.
Let me ask you a question. More uneven and ridiculous expectations at a university, Notre Dame or Kentucky?
Notre Dame.
Kentucky basketball, I mean.
I know what you mean. It's still Notre Dame.
Yeah. You think it's Notre Dame? I don't know, man. We've seen the Council burn.
Kentucky has had success in basketball way more recently.
Well, now that part is true. That is very true. I just think
they won what 3 national championships since Notre Dame won a football. Did 12 and 98 and 96.
Yeah. I'm thinking about it. Yeah, you're right. Okay. Fair enough. Duke. Well, let me say this also. We're talking about ACC sports, and then we're gonna get into some basketball. I don't have a problem with the playoffs, other than I don't love that James Madison and Tulane are in. I think that's got to be fixed.
That's the part where I do kind of sympathize with Notre Dame that they should be in there. But the team they should be in there over, and the team they should have won at, but they won't because they don't have the cojones, is Alabama. You should be going after the SEC. Alabama's the one that shouldn't be in there. And playing another SEC team when they get there in Oklahoma, who's nobody believes is going to win, and nobody believes is going to win the national championship. So,
don't let the guys from the 5 hear that, because you got 2 diehard Oklahoma fans on there. So I know. Well, one of them attended. I don't know why the other one's a fan, but one of them attended there, so I get why he's a fan. He's in the line.
And man, they'll argue me down, but deep down, they know.
I think I'll bring it up. But yeah, I think they're aware of where they are this year.
They will argue me down, but they know deep down.
Yeah, I think they're fully aware of where they are this year. But I want to say this also. One of the things that everybody should also be upset about is with the ACC. Now, I defended the ACC as far as them defending Miami, but also a lot of what has happened is the ACC's fault.
Right. Well,
because
two part of that too is their tiebreaker rules are weird or whatever.
The word you're looking for is ridiculous.
At the same time, that seems like when you have a playoff system, the tiebreakers in the conferences should be universal. Like everybody's the same tiebreakers.
Yes. And it should also, the rankings of the teams should also play a part in the tiebreaker, because that's what the system says it is. It's about who is ranked higher. So Duke, with all due respect, and by the way, we called that Duke would win that game. We knew that Duke was going to win that game. But still, Duke should have never been in that game. It should have never had the opportunity to play in that game. And so I'm not mad at Duke that was not going to the playoffs. I don't think a 5-loss team should be going to the playoffs. This is not in football. Now, in basketball, it's different. If you make it in, you make it in. That's just how, because it's 68 teams making it in, so it don't matter anyway. So, but in this, as long as we have this system, I don't want to see teams that got beat earlier in the season by 30 or 40, whatever it was, Tulane lost by.
Tulane.
Right. Yeah. We don't want to see a repeat of that game. So I'm still in favor of a tier in between the FCS championships and the FBS championships, like we do in high school. Like there's a 6A and then here's a 5A. Maybe you put those mid majors in that 5A and let them fight for something real. Like, come on, man.
Or what I think is probably not too far fetched, a playing game. Like Tulane and James Madison to play each other to get into.
I like that. And then you preserve that last spot for another Power 4, Power 5 team, whatever. I like that. I can get on board with that.
They can get in and play the number 11 team. Or they get in and play the number 1 team, whatever. But
however you want to do it. However you want to do it. But I'm definitely on board with what you're saying for sure. But ACC mucked it up with that part of it, and kind of sent the whole thing in a tailspin, which I kind of feel like the committee was kind of counting on the ACC to get that right, and when they didn't get that right, they didn't have a backup plan, which is part of the reason why all of this fell apart the way that it did. So, but again, I don't necessarily have an issue with Miami getting in. I think Miami, well, I don't know. That's a tricky one too. I love it for the ACC, but I don't know if Miami is the most deserving team to get in. Like, you can make a case for Notre Dame. You can make a case for Vanderbilt. You can make a case, honestly, for Texas, even though I've heard a lot of people say, no, Texas had 3 losses. I get that. But Texas was trending in the right way, and 3 of the teams that Texas beat are playing for the playoffs. So it's just a weird – I think we're headed to 16. Let's get there as fast as we can.
It's going to be 16. We already know it's going to be 16 next year. Yeah. And even when the ACC is the one coming out saying, like, why are they saying it for? But because the college football playoff basically saved the ACC's bacon by putting Miami in the playoff anyway. That was basically the playoff committee stepping in. It's like, okay.
There you go.
You had your fun.
All right, so let's jump over to the basketball, pressing pros, and not even really just pressing pros in the sense of just the NBA, but we can't really, from a press side, we can't really ignore the massive breaking news that went on last night with Sharon Moore, the former head coach of Michigan. And I'll just say this. There are a lot of things floating around about what has happened in that situation. I don't know. Well, that's not true. Let me not lie to the people. I do know some things. I'm not willing to say everything yet. I'll say this. I think I've confirmed that there for sure it was a very, very, very inappropriate relationship that happened on campus with him, especially since he's a married man. This is, you can't do what he's done in that regard. I won't mention the young lady's name or anything like that, but the nature of the relationship was inappropriate on several levels. What came out of the relationship seems to be inappropriate on several levels. What he's being accused of, and we can talk about that right now. The charges are wow. The charges are wow. And I was trying to find. I thought I had it in here. If you have it before I have it, I'd appreciate it. But okay. Well, the charges are pending, obviously.
The charges are pending, yeah.
But they're I don't. Well, we won't mention it right now. We'll just leave it alone. But there's a lot. There's a lot of charges that are going on. I hate it. So okay. So there's so many levels to this, but we'll just keep it here. I hate that whatever Sharon Moore was personally going through, that he didn't feel comfortable being able to share that with anybody, because clearly he used this particular thing as a vice to deal with probably what is pressure that he had never felt before. Because we all have to remember, Sharon is young. Sharon is 39. He's a young dude being thrust into one of the premier blue blood programs in the country. Mm-hmm. That's a lot of pressure. And it appears that he was not quite ready for any of that. And so this became a vice where he used, and I'm not trying to make excuses for what he did, because what he did was wrong, and he's grown enough to know that it was wrong. I'm sure he knew it was wrong when he was doing it. But I kind of understand. I've had time to think about it and process it a little bit, and I kind of understand maybe how he got here. Maybe this was a lot to give somebody who just wasn't ready for this moment.
Yeah, I mean, he had a lot thrown at him all at once. And like I say, I don't want to make up excuses for him for what he did or his actions. He was wrong for what he did, and
100%.
And it's going to take a lot for him to bounce back from this. I mean, most likely his coaching career is over, and so
yeah,
at least head coach, he may be able to get on staff, but to think he's only 38, and basically
he's a young dude.
And so, his life's turned upside down by his own doing.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't want to absolve him.
We can't absolve him of what he did. I won't do that, because it is him.
But I also have compassion for a human being. And
right.
So
right.
It's going to be a messy situation. I mean, I've already got people texting me during the show. You think Brian will go to Michigan? I'm like, he didn't go to Penn State.
Yeah.
So I doubt it.
Now, rumor that I'm hearing already, and I'm sure you heard it this morning as well, ironically, is Kellen DeBoer's.
Yeah, I actually saw that last night, and I blew it off, but then I saw it again today.
It's starting to pick up some steam. And by the way, if I'm Kellen DeBoer's, not a bad move. Because the worst thing sometimes you can do is follow the guy. We've said that before. And to be fair, he's having success.
He got
realistically, right? He's having success. It's just, is it the success that people want at Alabama? They want championships or bust. And so I'm curious to see if that domino falls. If I'm Kellen DeBoer, I at least got to listen, don't I? Because Michigan's going to throw a boatload of money at you. There's no fear in the buyout, especially since they got Jordan back in almost everything they do. I don't know why Jordan has such a Michigan love, but he loves that school.
His buddies Jeter and Brady.
Is that what it is? Because of the homies. He's trying to hang out with the homies. So I can see him. I'll be honest with you. I can see a path where he makes this move. I can see it.
I can see it. I don't know, because I feel like
easier path to the championship, Big Ten or SEC?
It's the Big Ten, because outside of Michigan, Ohio State, Indiana, and Oregon,
right? You should be fine. Right. You should be fine. And really, if you beat Ohio State every year, you're fine. You're good.
Just beat the team that's going to be number 1 or 2 every year when you play.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine. A lot less pressure at Michigan than it is at Alabama.
Right now, your rivalry game is much easier at Alabama to beat Auburn than it is to beat Ohio State.
Now, the rivalry game is much easier at Alabama. It's the other stuff that you got to deal with that makes it hard. But I don't know. I would at least listen to a phone call or listen to my agent.
Take the call. You have to take the call.
Yeah, I would listen to the phone call. So, all right. So we just wanted to deal with that real quick. Again, as more unfolds, maybe next week we might get into more conversation, but it's way too early now to talk about any of that stuff. And there are families involved in this. I mean, it's bad. Let me just tell you, I'm not even going to kid you. It is bad. It is way worse might be one of the worst coaching things that we've ever seen. It's not Penn State bad, but it is bad. It is bad. It is bad. It is bad. So
Strong, he had time. He was on Charlie Strong's staff at Louisville at one point. So we know him a little bit.
We know him a little bit. Yeah. So, all right. Kendrick
Lloyd,
do you care anything about this cup?
I mean, not really.
I watched the game last night, and I'm going, I don't really care about this. And it wasn't even really that great of a game. Like, it was.
I can see
the first game was awful. The first game was awful. The Suns and Thunder game was awful. Oh my God, it was so bad.
Well, I mean, how the Suns even got there is beyond me. And then, like, the Thunder, they're going to break the wins record this year.
They are. Easily.
If they stay healthy, they're going to shatter the Warriors record.
Easily. I can see 77 wins. Easily.
Yeah.
That's with resting people.
Yeah. And so I watched some of the Lakers-Spurs game.
Yeah.
I don't even know who won. Did the Spurs end up winning, or did the Lakers come
Spurs ended up winning. The Lakers just really struggled to keep any consistency, and really they're gonna have to get some help. But where could they get some help?
They weren't playing any defense in that game, especially on the perimeter, in which the certain person you're talking about is not going to help with perimeter defense.
He doesn't have to help with perimeter defense. He helps with interior defense, which gives us the help on perimeter defense. Hello? That's how it works. You can cheat more.
Getting out on shooters has nothing to do with your perimeter. Who's working in the perimeter? Leading Keldon Johnson to wide open and hit 3 3-pointers in a quarter when he averages 3 attempts a game. That's not
crazy. That was crazy. That was crazy. But still, I'm not gonna let you kill my vibe.
At one point, the Spurs made 5 3-pointers in a row. That's when I went to bed.
It got ugly. It got ugly for a little bit. But we battled back, got it down to 10, got it down to 6. Then, kept going back up. I don't know what happened. But I'll be honest with you, I'm not 100% sure how motivated the Lakers were for that game. Like, it just didn't feel like they were really into it. They're like,
yeah, I will give you that. It did feel like that. It did.
So, I don't know. This cup, What's your thoughts on it being successful, the Cup as a whole? Has it worked? Is it not working? What do you think? Listen, the extra check is wonderful. I get
the
that.
Players care about it because of the extra. As far as it may be one of those things that maybe down the road after it's been there for a while, because this is what, year 3 for it.
Is it 3? Yeah, about 3. Yeah.
And so I guess somewhere down the road, maybe I don't, because I guess the soccer model, and like I don't talk to soccer fans enough about it because they play some. Because I look at it because we have Lou City here, the USL team, and like their schedule comes out, but then all these other cups and all this stuff in the middle of the season they come too, and it's like, do the fans really care about if they win the Lamar Hunt Cup?
There's a lot of cups.
There's a
lot of cups.
So many tournaments.
There's so many tournaments and cups.
To me, it dilutes everything. Right.
It does. You can't have a cup for everything. The sippy cup, the cup into your mouth, like
the red solo cup.
Red solo cup. Like, what are we doing? There's too many cups. Too many doggone cups. I don't understand all the cups.
So many tournaments in soccer.
Yeah.
And I get that the NBA is trying to do like the international way of doing it, but the other part about it too is just throwing out the schedule so much. Now they had to start the season earlier to accommodate, and now the off season's not as long. That's why you got all these injuries early in the season. And so I'm like, is it really worth it? So
it's not. I mean, just give them everybody a 5% raise and let's move on. Like,
but got a contract.
What are we doing? Like, so anyway, but the most interesting thing that is going on, obviously, is all of the conversations surrounding potential trades and who could be going where. And right now, I mean, the 4 names that keep popping up on everybody's radar, and the 3 specifically that are just odd. Giannis obviously makes the most sense because that's a significant game changer. And by the way, all of that goes down in 3 days. So December 14th is I think Saturday or Sunday, and
is it
so
the 14th or the 16th?
14th or 15th is one of the yeah.
It might be the 16th. The 16th is a Monday.
Okay, I think the 16th is the actual day that you can start.
Tuesday.
Yeah, but the 15th I think is the day
okay.
Everybody hits the deadline of now everybody's tradable.
Okay.
So anyway, but something like that. But anyway,
it's next week. It's
next week. It's next week. That's basically where we're going. It's next week. What makes it interesting is that the Giannis thing at this point seems almost certain that it's going to happen. He had a meeting with the team 2 nights ago, and said to the team, hey, don't worry about me getting traded. Just keep playing. You can't control that. I can't control that. Let's just focus on team basketball. I was like, why would you say that? What is that? That's your motivation speech? That's the speech to keep you from being distracted? Like, you basically just announced to everybody that y'all working on something. So, which is fine, because hopefully we're the benefactors. As me being a Laker fan, hopefully we're the benefactors of all of that. Although, I'll be honest with you, as much as I would love to see it happen, it's still hard to see it happening. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, it's such a far-fetched thought that this could really happen.
So much has to happen for that to, you know what I mean? So many teams have to get involved. Because, like, you know, the Lakers obviously don't have enough. And so who else is going to get involved? Who's going to play ball? And at what point, let's be honest, at what point does these NBA franchises get tired of supplying the Lakers dynasty? Because that's pretty much what's happened through the course of time.
Through the course of time, NBA history. The NBA has graciously given the Lakers a lot of legs up.
Franchises have given the Lakers their franchise players.
and to be fair, by decade. Like, it's every decade.
Outside of Magic and Kobe, you know, going back to the free agency.
You can go back further than that.
But you know, Jerry West and Elgin Baylor, they were Lakers. I'm just talking about.
No. Come forward. Our guy, Julia Bridgman, was drafted by the Lakers. It ended up in Milwaukee for some guy named Kareem. I don't know.
I'm talking about
Sure. Sure.
I mean, only homegrown Lakers are Magic and Kobe. And Magic's he's not even free agency either. It's just Magic and Kobe.
Yeah.
Everybody else came from somewhere else. Shaq.
As far as franchise anchors, you're 1,000% correct.
Yeah, Shaq,
like
Bron.
it's always been make a move. Pau Gasol. It's always been make the move.
I guess you could throw Worthy in there, James Worthy in there.
Worthy is homegrown, one team. So but
predominantly they're pieces.
No, you're 100% correct. It's the Lakers go pay for franchise go pay for championships. They are not afraid.
But the other franchises play ball, which is weird.
Yeah, it's crazy that two franchises have like a significant percentages of all NBA titles. Like
the Lakers
team.
The funny thing is though, the Celtics for the most part they are homegrown.
For the most part, yeah, they've kind of done their own thing.
Yeah, I mean, except for the Pierce and KG title, every other title they've got is with homegrown players. This last one, with Tatum and Brown, and then
they build their own. They build their own.
It's two totally different styles of running your franchise.
So with free agents, I call free agents, trading doors beginning to swing open. I gotta ask about Giannis. I gotta ask about Ja. Although the irony of Ja is it's the opposite of Giannis.
Yeah,
they're struggling to find a market for him. They can't, and he keeps making it worse. Like he walked on the court the other day, trying to jump in somebody's face. I'm saying, what are you doing? Do you not understand your circumstances and your situation? I mean, are you not aware? Where is his agent?
Because like everything. Again, I go back to what Klay Thompson said. Everything he said was spot on with Ja.
Spot on.
And it's like, again, we've been saying it on this show for 3 years now.
Yeah.
They don't have a vet.
Yeah.
They don't have somebody to just snatch him up.
They don't.
And so now, he's not playing again, and he's been out for a while with his calf strain, and so it makes, or are they just keeping him healthy to trade?
I feel like it's that same thing, and I'll be honest with you. I'll say the same thing about Zion. I think it's the same thing. I think some of it might be injury because Zion is forever hurt, but also I think so is Ja, right? So ironically, they were AAU teammates, but
1 and 2 draft.
I think some of it might be we need to keep these guys reasonably healthy because we're done. It's over. This marriage is over. Now we need to separate assets and move on.
At least with Zion, though, he doesn't continue to make a spectacle of himself while he's not playing. Like Ja just keeps doing stuff.
No, I 100% agree. 100% agree.
Like, bro, what are you doing, man?
Can I ask another question to you that's a little bit difficult?
Am I gonna say no?
What do you do with Chris Paul? Because the Clippers said they're going to try to trade him.
Who wants?
I don't even nobody. But I said that too fast, didn't I? I said that way too fast.
Where there's not your answer.
Nobody. But the problem is, do we really want somebody that's one of the top 75 players of all time to leave the game this way?
You don't.
I hate that Carmelo left the game that he left. I hate it because I don't think he deserved that.
Well, I mean, if we're being honest, I mean, it sucks, but it is a reality. A lot of players leave. A lot of players leave this way. I mean, Allen Iverson left this way.
They do. They do. And I hate it for him.
Rajon Rondo basically left this way. I mean, a lot of times these players get retired before they retire. Like AI was retired 2 years before he retired.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%.
Rondo was a year. Carmelo was what, a year before the NBA had retired before he actually retired.
Yeah.
It happens. I mean, it's not the way they should go out, but
it's not the way.
It's what
Will somebody throw him a bone? Will somebody throw him a bone? They won't trade for him. Nobody's going to trade for him. I think that's
the only team I can see throwing him a bone is the Lakers, just because of LeBron's relationship with him.
I thought about that. I thought about JJ and LeBron. JJ is a good friend of Chris. LeBron is a good friend of Chris.
Maybe the Pelicans, because that's where he started.
I'm gonna be honest with you. That's not bad. To be honest with you, they need
the Thunder might, because they did. Like, he was a fan favorite there. He did have good years. There's a couple of years.
Can I say something to what you just said? I would love for the Thunder to do it, because that might be his last and final chance to get a ring.
Yeah.
Now, he won't contribute much to the team other than
I'd be like Tracy McGrady,
knowledge. right. He'll contribute knowledge and expertise, but other than that, there's nothing else he's given to that situation. But I would that'd be awesome. That'd be really, really, really awesome for him to go there.
If I were betting, I'd say either the Lakers, the Thunder, or the Pelicans.
Yeah. Another name that's popping up a lot is AD.
AD's popping his name up.
You think AD's helping to pop up?
I think AD wants out of there.
Well, it's interesting.
Now that Derek Lively's out for the season now, so
I think they're about to have a fire sale. If I'm being honest, I think they're going to have a fire sale. I think AD's gone.
They're going to get rid of everything and build around Cooper Flag.
Why not? Why not just gut the whole thing? Get AD, Clay.
I think they keep Kyrie, but I think AD and Clay and
do you?
I think so.
32, 33, Kyrie is?
Kyrie's 33 is different from everybody else's 33, though.
But Father Time is undefeated.
It is undefeated.
And we're talking about injuries now. And this is not his first injury.
We're talking about an ACL, but
yeah.
I can see them keeping Kyrie, but I can see them parting ways.
Because Kyrie's going to want another contract if he stays.
Yeah. I can see AD, Clay, possibly Kyrie.
And if you're gonna reset, just reset. Just hit the reset button and start over. There's no honoring. Listen, why, if you're the Mavericks, are you trying to go compete for a title that you have no shot of winning this year?
Right.
You should be going the opposite. go tank the thing, get a backmate for Cooper Flag.
Especially with this rookie class coming out.
It's a lot of help. It's a lot of help out there.
There's a lot of help out there in that rookie class.
A lot of help out there. Coming. Listen, this is one of the best. I would say, man, this might be the best rookie class since 03.
It's up there. It's gonna be up there.
It's gonna be good. I don't think real basketball fans understand yet what you're about to see with this rookie class, but this is a rookie. It's got talent everywhere. You can just listen. There won't be a clamoring to get the top pick this year, because you don't have to. You can sit in the spot that you land and still get a franchise impacting player. Mm-hmm. Maybe even a franchise changing player.
Anybody in that lottery is going to get an impact player, an immediate impact player in there.
Man. So I think if I'm the Mavericks, I just gut it. Why not?
I'm with you on that.
Yeah, just gut the whole thing and be done with it. It's, So anyway, that's an interesting one. For some reason I heard the Pistons that are interested, and I don't get that at all.
Interested in who?
In AD.
I can see
it. A lot of Pistons noise. I see it, but I don't understand why you would do it.
Well, the thing is with AD is he's not a guy that's going to come in and disrupt things. He doesn't have to have the ball. He can score if he gets the ball, but he doesn't have to have the ball. He's fine being a good defender. He's a good team player. I can see AD can fit in with anybody.
AD, Pistons, Mavs get Tobias Harris, Jaden Ivey, Ronald Holland. You like that?
I don't believe in trading that much for AD.
That's what I'm saying. That seems like a lot.
But Tobias Harris, if I don't him, he has to just rent, right? There's no way he owns because that dude gets traded.
I know. I feel bad. I feel bad for Tobias because I like Tobias Harris as a player.
Too. I love
Jesus,
that dude gets traded.
Right now, Right now, Tobias Harris is Will Smith on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. How come they don't want me, man? How come they don't want me, man?
But somebody always is him and Michael Brogdon.
Yeah, that's another one. That's another. Now here's a wild trade right here.
Used to be one. Remember Courtney Lee from Western?
Yeah. Here's a wild trade right here. Hawks get Anthony Davis, Jonathan Kuminga, Buddy Hield, Devin Carter. Mavs get Zach LaVine, a 2026 first-round pick, and a 2027 first-round pick. The Kings get Trae Young and Luke Kennard. The Warriors get Kristaps Porzingis, and the Pistons get Doug McDermott and cash considerations. Your thoughts on that one? That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot going on. And by the way, I heard all of that, and I don't know if any of that makes any of them teams better.
Porzingis may make the Warriors better if he's healthy.
How? How?
If he's
In
healthy.
what way?
If he's healthy, you got a big that can step out and hit threes. I mean,
I hate that for them. I just think because he's never healthy.
True.
He's never healthy. I just and to give up Kuminga for that, even though you're not using Kuminga anyway. So
and Buddy Hield.
Right. I'm not giving up Buddy Hield. Yeah, that's
Buddy
crazy.
Hield seems like he has a good rapport with the team. It seems like he's a good teammate.
Buddy Hield's locked in. I think Buddy Hield's locked in. I think your number one piece if you're with Warriors is Jonathan Kuminga. You got to solve that problem because that's causing you not just on court problems but off the court problems. The chemistry is all jacked up.
I don't see giving up Kuminga to get Porzingis in return.
I don't either. I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
Now this is interesting. Anthony Davis, Tony Bradley to the Raptors, who are surprisingly really, really good this year. The Mavs get R.J. Barrett, Jakob Poeltl, Jarvis Walker, and Ochai Agbaja, and 2 first-round picks. And then the Pacers get Daniel Gafford.
I don't understand why the Raptors would give up that much.
Yeah, I don't know why they would either.
You don't give up. I mean, R.J. Barrett's having a great season.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd give up R.J. Barrett.
I wouldn't give up R.J. Barrett for Anthony Davis.
And by the way, if I'm the Mavs, I'm not 100% sure now that Lively's gone or Likely's gone, whatever his name. I get his name messed up all the time.
Lively.
I don't know if I give up Gafford.
But if you're gutting it, then
if I'm losing, well, am I gutting it to the studs? I guess I am if I'm getting up Gafford.
if you get Lively back next year. So
now this is the one that makes the most sense to me. You will like this. Anthony Davis, Mason Plumlee to the Warriors. Draymond Green, Jonathan Kuminga to the Mavericks. The Lakers get Buddy Hield, and the Hornets get Maxi Kleber and Dalton Connect and cash considerations.
Okay, who cares what the Hornets get in that scenario?
Right, that's just throw in to make the deal work. We don't care about any of that. But the only thing I don't necessarily agree with is the Draymond Green. I don't think that's gonna happen.
Yeah, exactly. And I can't see giving up Draymond and Kuminga for Anthony Davis.
I'll be honest with you. I don't think you have to. I think you can get this done.
Now, AD to the Warriors makes 1,000% sense.
That makes more sense to me than anything because you can manage that better in that environment. Because if you're the Warriors, you don't care that Anthony Davis all season long. All you need him to be is healthy coming in out of February into March.
Right.
If he can do that, we good. We golden. So, I don't know. I kind of like that one a little bit. Now here's the last one, I think. Let's see. Spurs get Anthony Davis. Mavericks get Harrison Barnes, Keldon Johnson, Luke Cornett, a 26 second-round pick, a 28 and 29 second-round pick, and swap rights for the 2030 first-round pick. And then the Bulls get Najee Marshall.
I can see that because essentially, let's be honest, the Spurs are giving up a bunch of junk to get Anthony Davis in that trade.
1,000%. I'll tell you one of the reasons why I do love that trade. They need some Wembanyama insurance. And also they need someone who can continue to mentor him. And I think Anthony Davis could be a great mentor for him.
Is Wemby out for the year? How long is he out?
I don't think he's out for the year, but he's out. Like, and they don't seem to have a. I've heard no timetable of his return, so I don't think this is the same thing he was out for last year.
No,
but his outs, right? But his outs seem to be very significant lately. Like every time he's out. So I'm not saying he's Zion Williamson yet, but
you worry about that with his frame.
Yes.
Anyway.
Yes. 1,000% yes. So that's interesting. But we gotta stay tuned on this trade thing. I think that's gonna get heated up faster.
We'll get some movement next week. Maybe not next week.
Conversations are about to truly begin. Like they're starting to bubble under the surface, but once the deadline hits, I think you're gonna see some crazy stuff go on. So don't be surprised if your favorite guy may not be on your team anymore. Like And let me say this. As great as Austin Reeves has been, there's a gaping hole on the defense. And they know it. And they know they got to fix it. And the name that keeps coming up that I hear is Herb Jones, which is a perfect fit for what they want to do. So if you can swing the Herb Jones, free up the Austin Reeves future money, and still get Giannis, that's your win. I think that's the blueprint the Lakers are after. We need to put guys around these guys that can play defense. It's not about offense. We got Giannis. And by the way, that does not exclude, despite what Rich Paul said the other day.
I never listen. I never take anything he says.
Right. Despite what Rich Paul said the other day, does not exclude a LeBron trade to where he would like to go. Everything's on the table. And so it's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out.
Just because I heard it again yesterday, and we've talked about it on this show a couple times. Ja to Miami. What do you think?
I still love it. That, to me, that's the perfect place for him. It's because they ain't having it. They're not having it.
But like, if you're Miami, what do you give up for Ja? Because like, you're not going to give up Khalil Ware. You're not going to give up.
You got to give up Tyler Hero. You got to give up Tyler Hero. There's no other way to do the deal without Tyler Hero.
Is that an upgrade for the Heat, though?
It could be. And here's the reason why. If you can get Ja to a good place where he can become what Dwayne Wade was, and he can. The talent says that he can. Then now you got a 1-2 punch in him and Bam Adebayo, especially in this Eastern Conference, that could maybe make some noise. You never know. Because one thing the Miami Heat's going to do, they're going to play hard. They're going to compete. They're doing it now. They're the top 5 right now.
So here's my thing. And I love Ja. Is he better than Hero? Because Hero can shoot and he spaces the floor. Ja's jumper is not like that. And so are you really upgrading if you're the Heat? What's the upgrade?
The upgrade only is this. No, God, no. It's the same situation defensively. But I think the upgrade is you now have a pick and roll partner for Ja that is or for Bam, I'm sorry. For Bam, that is a rim threat all the time. So that's nice because Bam is not only just a pick and roll guy, but he's a pick and pop guy. So you could leverage that and make some things happen. Although I know that Miami Heat historically is not a great pick and roll team historically, but with Ja you could be. You could bring that element into their game and really kind of do some things that are unique and different. And then maybe he becomes a 3-point shooter at some point. Because his problem is discipline off the court. And so if you can get him, well, he's going to be disciplined. I'm calling it. If he goes to Miami, all that foolishness is over.
Yeah.
By the way, were you aware that T. Morant was teammates with
Ray Allen?
I just heard. Did you know that?
I just said it.
No, I'm saying, did you know it prior? Because they did a video. Somebody released a video this week.
I saw that. I'd heard about that.
I never knew that. Is what
at least about a year ago.
years.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, that was like right.
Yeah.
They scored like 100 points, and Ray had like 88 other points. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah, but like all that T stuff goes away in Miami too.
It does. The whole thing gets some act right.
Sidelines, all that. That's why LeBron left, because Miami's like, we ain't having all your boys down here.
I love it for Ja for this one simple reason, because he's got to do something to salvage his career. Because I don't think he knows. I don't think he's aware at all of how bad it really is. It's bad, man. It's bad.
And I'm not disputing it, but I'm just like, how are you that unself-aware to realize how much you're throwing your career down the toilet for nothing?
It's about who you have around you. It's about who you have around you. When you don't have honest people around you that are telling you the truth about your circumstances, you'll believe the hype over the truth. Like the hype is, oh, Ja, you still got it. Come on, let's turn up, right? But that's not the reality. The reality is this ain't got nothing to do with basketball. Mm-hmm. This is about your character. Mm-hmm. Right now, your character sucks, and everybody sees it.
Mm-hmm.
My mama used to say to girl, your slip is showing. That's what's happening with Ja. Your slip is showing, fam. You need to pull your dress down. Everybody can see. Everybody can see you. Is what I'm trying to tell you.
That's an old school saying. If there ever
was an old school saying, ain't it?
So many levels.
Hey, your slip is showing, fam.
I love it though.
Yeah, your slip is showing. So anyway, okay, that's all we got on that. We got a few minutes left in the show. I want to talk about. We've talked about the Diddy thing, right? We already talked about that, right?
Last week, yeah.
Okay. There was something else that happened on TVs that I wanted to talk to you about. What was it?
I finished watching the holiday Tournament of Champions last night on Food Network.
I did too.
Those brothers.
Can I tell you? I was so happy for Brian Vitaloggio because he wins nothing. I've seen Brian Vitaloggio on at least 4 different competitive shows, and he is always the bridesmaid. Always.
But you know what though? You could tell in the quarterfinals they were going to win.
Oh God.
Yeah, because they were on the same wavelength. Everything they was doing. I mean, they set records in the semifinal and the final.
when they hit the double 46, I was like, oh well, we see who the front runners are. Like, Jesus. Double 46? What is happening right now?
Now, I will say, though, what Jet was doing on that grill in the semifinal and the final.
Yeah. I felt bad, and I'm a Jet Tila fan. I love Jet. I was thinking to myself, I hate this finals because I love Brian, and I love Jet too, and Jet's long overdue because Jet been a bridesmaid too.
Yeah, he's been a bridesmaid a bunch of times too.
He's been a bridesmaid too.
And him and that's the first time I've seen the young lady on there.
I didn't know her. But she was a beast.
Yeah, she was a beast too. She was intense. Whoa, she's intense.
Yeah, but I knew when she served that dessert, I said they're in trouble. They're in trouble because it don't look good. Though,
but they would have beaten anybody else though.
100%.
They got damn near a perfect score.
Yeah. Anybody else, you're right. Anybody else they would have destroyed, but that was just the Vitaloggio brothers was in the zone. Yeah, they were in the zone. They were in the zone. So that was really good. I love competition show like that. Did I tell you about All Her Fault? Did I tell you about that?
Somebody else told me about it, but I haven't seen it.
Kendrick Haskins.
What is it on? Because you're the second person that's told me.
It's on Peacock. It's a good time. Mm-hmm. It's a good time.
This little girl from whatchamacallit, from the HBO show.
Yes.
Live.
Yes. She's the star, and also Dakota Fanning. Although I'm not 100% sure. When you see it, you go, "What's the purpose of this? Like, why is she here?" But the show is very, very, very good, and it has a certain level of unpredictability about it, so you won't know all the way what's going on. But
I've been going back watching all of the Stranger Things. So now I'm in the middle of season 3. The thing is, though, I stopped watching in season 4. So like right now, I'm not really learning anything new. It's just refreshing my memory on a bunch of stuff.
Gotcha.
Now I have a coworker who is obsessed with Stranger Things, and so he's already watched all the new episodes. And he's like, so maybe you'll be surprised, blown away by how much everything ties back to each season and stuff. So I'm waiting to get to that point, but I just know I need to be refreshed on everything that happened before that. Even though I'm in the middle of season 3 and I'm seeing the stuff, the reason why I quit watching.
Okay, fair enough. So
it's good.
I've heard mixed emotions about Stranger Things, so I don't know. I maybe at some point I will dive all the way in.
The nostalgia of it is the big draw.
It's cool. Okay.
Yeah, because like if you grew up in the 80s, you're gonna watch it because you can relate to every single thing in the show. 100%. And so that part of it is. Then I learned the other night. So I was at the Male Fern Creek basketball game. Mm-hmm. One of the people that works on Stranger Things, like he's one of the directors or one of the photographers, something that like is a staple with the show behind the scenes, is a Fern Creek graduate.
Why did that surprise
you? I know, it's the Harvard of the South.
Right. What are we talking about? Why did that surprise you? You know where you graduated from, don't you? Come on now.
But I did not know that though. He was at the game, and like, cause somebody came and was like, "Hey, yeah." I'm like, okay, I gotta get out because I stay for a quarter and gotta go to another game. But I would have loved to talk to the guy.
That's hilarious. Shout out to Bel Air who wrapped it up this week.
I saw Will Smith makes an appearance in the last.
He does. He's literally the last thing that happens in the show.
Okay, because I haven't started the season yet.
Yeah. He's literally the last thing that happens in the show, and there's no spoiler to that whatsoever. And it's probably exactly what you right. It's probably exactly what you think it is. Like it's not. So now that I've seen this final season, I love the homage to the original. I love how they paid homage to the original all the way through the season.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if all the way through the show period. I don't know if I necessarily love how it all wrapped up because it felt a little rushed and it felt a little, oh my God, what do we do with this character and how do we, and then it had such a cliffhanger at the end of 3 and then we never really.
They've been so confused on what to do with Ashley the whole series.
Oh God. Yeah, that Ashley, with all due respect to them, I think that was the character that may have been bungled above all. Mm-hmm. Like, they unnecessarily, in my humble opinion, brought in elements to that probably to satisfy the Smith family because her character mirrors a lot of what's going on in the Smith family, but it didn't do anything for the show at all.
It didn't add to the show.
It didn't add to the show at all.
And like it doesn't add to any of the story because like it was kind of its own storyline, which I get, but like for one, they didn't develop it enough. It was like it's like at some point in an episode it'd be like, okay, Ashley's this for now, but then they go away from it. Then like they may revisit it a little bit somewhere else down the line, but I think that's what it was. It wasn't so much they were constantly changing her role, but when they would change it, they wouldn't stick with it because they would delve too much into every other thing.
And that may have been because of her. Maybe she was like, I don't know if I feel comfortable with this. I don't know what the reason was, to your point, that they didn't continue the path. But also, I don't know if the path was ever necessary in the first place. Ashley was never that character in this the history of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air that needed anything outside of just the growth and development of a beautiful young lady trying to find herself. And she didn't need any divergent paths. So this felt like, again, well, Will's financing this, so we got to throw him a bone. And so they did, and it didn't work. And, it became whatever it became. So, are you a Knives Out fan?
I'm not I'm not a fan just because I have never really watched it. I don't object to it. I just never watched it.
Do you like a good murder mystery? Let's start with that.
Yeah.
Then you need to watch Knives Out. It's and
I've
the
heard
new one
that.
is the new one starts tomorrow.
So it's a movie, right? Or
It's
I
a
thought it was a
movie.
movie.
No, it's a movie. So that's the other beautiful part about it. It's a movie, so you can one off it. It's over. Like you watch it and you can move on with your life. So I think 2, in my humble opinion, 2 is better than 1. Well, I say that, but really, both of them are really good. Jesus, both of them are really, really good for different reasons.
Mm-hmm.
2 is bigger than 1. I'll say that, but 1 is really, really good. So I'm looking forward.
Right?
They're all on Netflix.
Okay.
Yeah, all on Netflix. So 3 comes out tomorrow on Netflix.
There's a new show on Peacock that is of that realm because I think that's the show that the Kelsey brothers' mother is in.
Oh no! That's the Traitors.
But
That's the best. That's the best. But that's a reality show. That's a reality game show.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah. And let me tell you this, Traitors is a good time. I would recommend that you go watch the Traitors right now. It is a good time. If you like reality game shows, it is a good time. It is funny. It's deceptive. It's intense. It's got a lovely intensity to it. It's a good time. It's a good time. I like it. I like it. Hold on. What did Pastor Corey say? He said, "Don't let him see you say that it didn't work. You might Chris Rock." You're right, Pastor Corey.
Ain't nobody scared of Will.
I'm really not. Me and Will the same size, so bring it. Bring it. You want some of this? I'll give you all you can stand, brother. Let's square up. So there you go. And I mean that in the most respectful way. Shout out to Will Smith. So yeah, Knives Out. Yeah, Knives Out comes out.
You got a lot of money. You can fund stuff.
You can. Much respect to Will Smith. As I go through this first round of giving. Much respect to Will Smith. So Knives Out comes out. And then finally Saturday, the OG wrestler hangs it up. John Cena. Final match.
For one, it's like John Cena, he's not that old.
He's 48. That's an older wrestler.
No. Ric Flair still go out there.
Well, but he ain't wrestling, though. He's just out there. He's just
Robbie Rock's what, 53, 54? Like, wrestlers don't retire for real.
Rock is up there. Well, John Cena says he's done. He says I am. He said y'all agree FAFO because I'm done. I am not coming back out here. Now he said he'll come out to do promo stuff, but he said he ain't wrestling no more. I don't know. I might believe.
John Cena, man, for one, this John Cena retirement tour has been going on for 2 years.
1 year, don't do that. 1 year, it was 1 year.
Like
it was 1 year.
And it's gonna be like Elton John. Elton John been on his final tour for a decade.
Yeah, that's the longest final tour in the history of tours. I'm like, fam, wrap it up. Like, come on,
man,
take it to the house.
That man kind of spoke on that the other day. He's talking about, is this the last Wu-Tang tour? It's like, yeah, we say that. If you haven't checked out Method Man at 7 p.m. in Brooklyn show with Carmelo.
Oh, I love 7 p.m. It's really good.
It's really good. The Bill Bellamy episode is the funniest.
Oh my God. I will publicly thank you for telling me about the Bill Bellamy episode.
And Kevin Hart was pretty funny too with the Bill Bellamy.
That was a good time. Yeah, that was a good time. I enjoyed that tremendously. Okay, so there it is. That's all we got. It's probably shout out time because we can't stay forever. Jesus, y'all be wanting us to stay forever. We can't stay forever. That's not how this works. I guess we're technically in Press and Pro. So what is your press shout outs? Shout outs from Press Row.
My shout outs go to the 3 state championships in football from the city of Louisville. Trinity won their 3rd straight. Christian Academy won their 4th straight, I believe. And then Kentucky Country Day won their 1st ever state championship.
That is mind blowing.
So shout out to them.
I have never lived in a world where Kentucky Country Day and Indiana were good at anything.
And Kentucky Country Day been good for years. They've been
as it relates to football.
Well, no, you was fine. but they've been knocking on the door for a few years now in football, and their head coach Matthew Jones, shout out to him, one of the nicer guys that we deal with, and we've watched their climb. So then for them to finally get to the mountaintop, it's great for them. So shout out
to them. And shout out to Indiana, who is the Big Ten champion and the #1 seed in college football playoffs. I know it sounds crazy.
And you know what? I've been saying it all season that IU had a better resume than Ohio State.
You and I have been saying all season that Indiana was for real.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody, all of our friends and our co-media people, Indiana, who knows? No, watch the game. They are for real. And the way that they beat Ohio State, they're for real. They're good. Listen, you're going to have to go beat Indiana.
Yeah, they out physical Ohio State. Think about that.
Think about that, people. They are for real. So I want to definitely give them a shout out. Shout out to Coach Junior, who got his first victory while we was gone.
Mm-hmm.
He got the win, so he's won in whatever. But that's okay, because it's a process. It's a process.
Yeah.
So he's
shout out to Fernando Mendoza while we was talking about IU as Heisman candidate.
Yeah, I think he's going to get that.
Probably is the favorite last time I looked.
Yeah, I don't. As great as Jeremiah Love is, and he is great. Then listen,
that's a quarterback award. He ain't gonna get it.
Right.
But,
I'm shouting out Jeremiah Love for my Giants.
Oh,
I'm shouting out Jeremiah Love for my Giants. Like, we'd love to have that 1-2. I mean, if you go pick first, we're not picking a quarterback first. We got that. So let's get another running back.
I think they're gonna be gun shy because of Genty. Because the Raiders picked Genty in the first round, and that didn't work out for him. Even though it's not any fault of Genty, it's just a bad organization.
He's a bad franchise, yeah.
But you know how this league is.
Yeah,
they'll be hesitant to get him in the first round.
I know. I don't even know. This is gonna be an interesting draft coming up. But I have a feeling the Giants may stumble this first round pick again. Because if you listen to Hard Knocks, Mike Kafka.
I gotta start. I'm gonna watch that.
We're gonna take a break. This week on the bye, and then we're gonna come back and win 4 games in a row. Fam, that is not the plan. That is not the plan. I don't know what are you talking about.
When has the Giants won 4 games in a row? Period. In recent history. I mean, I'm not even trying to be a jerk. I'm just saying.
I'm not even trying to be a jerk. But that's not the plan. What are you talking about, fam? Fam, the plan is go be competitive for 4 games, but get this #1 seed. And since Tennessee already gave you the opportunity and opened up the door for you, let's just go get the #1 seed and call it a day.
#1 pick.
Right, #1 seed. Yeah, #1 pick. Yeah, let's go get that and call it a day. What are we doing? Why are we talking about this?
Yeah, because you already got your quarterback, you got your receiver, your defense still can need some help. But yeah.
But it's not far away. We're not far away from where we want to be.
You can go out and get the best player available. You're in a situation where you can get the best player available. There's not like we need a quarter. You have your quarterback, and so you can go out and get the best player available.
This is the first time all Heisman Trophy candidates are people of color.
I'm gonna say probably not, but I can't remember.
I can't remember either. I would have to guess no.
The year, I'm going back to the year that Lamar won it. Baker Mayfield was there.
I would say this is the first time. This may be the first time that the color is so diverse.
Yeah. I was gonna
I would say that
there's 2 brown.
Right, because normally we don't have this many browns. Just tell the truth.
And with that, we'll move on.
I'm just saying, we don't. No lies being told, no shade being thrown. I've been shouting both those young men's names since the last 2 years. I love Diego. I love Fernando. But they're Browns.
I think Pavi is probably. I got a feeling Pavi is going to win. Just on.
You think Pavi is going to win?
He's the favorite.
Really?
Last time I looked, when I looked at DraftKings the other day, he was the favorite.
I think it's Mendoza. I think Mendoza's had his Heisman moments.
Mendoza.
Yeah, I think he's had his Heisman moments. I think he led his team to the mountaintop. I think there's got to be, you gotta account for that. Like all of the ones that won it also won. Like it's very few times that if you're gonna win it and not win, you gotta be Lamar. You gotta put up stats that are so ridiculous, or you gotta be Travis.
Exactly, not win.
Huh?
Vanderbilt went 10-2. They didn't not win. 10-2.
Well, when I say win, I'm saying like they're in the playoffs. They're at the top of the mountain. He's the best player on the best team. That matters most times. If you don't have the stats,
most of the time,
that matters. Yeah. But unless you're going to do something like Travis and play both sides, or you're going to do something like Lamar and put up the most ridiculous numbers that are video game like, you got to be winning. You got to be on the best team most of the time. And I think Fernando's done that. So I'd be shocked if Diego won. Diego has great numbers.
I like both kids. Pavia
I love them.
Pavia and the Pavia family's a little lot.
Now let me also say, Diego will not be drafted in the first, second, or third round. So I need everybody to lower expectations.
No, Mendo.
And he has Kyler Murray to thank for that, and Bryce Young,
and his age.
And huh?
And
how old is Diego? Is he like 24, 23?
24, 25, I think.
Jesus, man. You've been there a long time. It's time to wrap up.
Because he was supposed to be done last year.
Yeah, it's time to wrap up. Bring this to a close. That's this show. We're going to bring the show to a close.
24.
Jesus, man. Okay.
He turns 25. He turns 25 in April.
Woo. Shout out to Calipari who called that out too. He said, some of these boys got kids.
Oh, man. When he's talking about they paying alimony payments, I'm like, yeah. That's vintage Cal right there, man. Cal, when he wanted to be, is hilarious.
But also, that's true. But it's okay. It's okay. It happens.
Ways in Cal's way, though, man. That was funny.
It was hilarious. It was absolutely hilarious. All right. We really got to get out of here. We love y'all. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend.
Shout out Master P.
Shout out Master P, man. That was incredible. Please go back and tell your friends about this. Like, subscribe, share this video so they can see the jewels dropping on today's show.
Yeah.
And we'll get back at you. Cue the whistle.
Come true.